How you doing, everyone? It's Julie and Kevin back with another video on the mini Barndominium. A while back we made a video on the cost of what we paid for the outside shell of the mini Barndominium, and it was $42,000, I think it was. That was for the Amish to come in and just put up the outside shell with no inside or nothing like that. So we wanted to do a video on the final cost of the mini Barndominium. This is a 24 by 50, 1,200 square foot, and that is including the front porch, which is 10 by 24. On average, I do believe this might not even be up to date. If you Google it, mini Barndominium costs what it costs turnkey. You're going to get a price anywhere between $95 a square foot to $200 per square foot. So that being said, for a 1,200 square foot, which we have here, would cost you about $114,000. We paid right around $75,000 for this, and that included the Amish coming in and putting the outside shell up. Now, the big question is how did we get it for $75,000? How did we only pay $75,000? Well, it's a lot of work for one. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
We did late nights because I still work 40 hours a week. And when I would get home from work, we'd work till 10, 11 o'clock at night, and I'd get up and do it all over again. So it's going to be a lot of work. One thing about this here, what's nice is somebody tells you can't build it, then you know you're going to build it. So we had a little push because there were some people that said we couldn't build it, and we did. So now on the like what you're going to pay, if you can do the work yourself, you're going to save money. That's bottom line.
Yeah.
I mean, just you got to do the work yourself. We did the outside structure because we didn't want to be in the elements. We didn't want to be in the heat, and we didn't want to be in the cold. If they could do that, and if you guys haven't watched that video, we'll leave a link at the top of the page, a little tag. 6 Amish guys built this in 8 hours. They did the outside framework in 8 hours. So getting deals on your materials, that's a big thing. When we first started, we were buying 2x6s because we did all 2x6 inside walls. I didn't think about getting a Lowe's Pro card or something like that, and I didn't do it. And I was paying full price for all that wood. So we got the credit card, the Pro
later
card.
when we was almost finished.
Yeah, later, and we found out that we're going to at least save 5%. And that's not bad. I'll take 5%.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, better than 0%.
So if you go in there and you're building a building this size or a Barndominium, and you tell them you want a Pro card, and you tell them, hey, listen, I'm going to be spending about $25,000 in your store. Can you help me with deals? I'm telling you, they'll give you a salesman, and you'll get that 5%, and then they'll give you more. And I know that for a fact because
I think we got up to 15% off on some stuff.
Well, the kitchen cabinets, we got up to 45% off.
Yeah, 40%.
Yeah, we got 40% off the cabinets, which is a big savings.
Yeah, huge savings.
So if you get the card and you tell them, listen, I'm going to be buying a lot of materials here, they're going to give you a deal. And that's definitely nice because when we bought the insulation for this, we went a little overkill on the insulation, and I got about 800. Was it 800 off? I think it was like $800.
Yeah.
We got it like $800 cheaper than what it would have cost if I didn't have the card and I didn't open my mouth and want discounts. So now it doesn't hurt to use damaged materials. You can take a stack of, say, plywood, and you only need 7 foot in your house. You only need 7 foot. Whatever you're building, it's only 7 foot. And that corner, that stack of plywood, if it's broke on a corner, well, drywall will be the same way, no matter what it is. If it's broke on a corner and you don't need it all, ask them, they'll give you a discount and buy all that you can. Because you're going to get a pretty good discount.
And you're going to cut that part off anyway, so you don't need the full
Yes, you don't need it.
length.
We got a good deal on the foam board that we went around the structure.
Yeah.
It was $50 some a sheet,
We got it for what, $1 each?
We got them $1 a sheet. It was all damaged. It had cracks in it. The corners were busted.
Yeah, but it was.
We only needed 3 foot of it.
Yeah.
We're cutting a foot off, and that
Yeah.
foot that we cut off, we didn't need anyhow.
Yeah,
So-
so we saved over $400 just on that.
So it's about saving as much as you can, and don't put the money where it's not needed.
Yeah, where
You
you're
know,
not going to see it.
Yeah, I mean.
And it doesn't hurt to ask. I mean, if they say no, they're not going to give you a discount, then.
Just the other day, Julie and I
know.
went to Lowe's, and I needed a piece of cedar for in the shower, around the shower door. And it was damaged on the end, just about, I don't know, a foot of it might have been damaged. It had a crack in it. And Julie says, ask if they'll knock anything off. I wasn't going to ask, but I said, you know what? I'll ask anyhow.
What?
It was $26 for that piece of wood, and they gave it to me for $5.
$5, yeah.
I saved them.
Why should you
20.
pay full price for a piece of damaged wood? I
Well-
mean, they're going to give you a deal on it. If not, just buy a piece that's not damaged.
You're not buying damaged wood anyhow. It's supposed to be a new piece,
Yeah,
but
so-
it was okay.
But
I
that's
asked,
ways to find deals and save a little money.
but ask for that discount. Ask. I mean, hey, it doesn't hurt to ask. If they
Right.
say no, then okay, it didn't hurt anything.
Yeah.
Might waste a little bit of time. Don't forget, if your guys are using the credit card, pay it off at the end of the month. You don't want to not pay that credit card off because now you're not saving money. You're paying interest on that money. It's not going to do you any good at all because you're not saving anything. So I know a lot of people get them credit cards, they'll run them up and then they don't want to pay them. You got to pay them off every month. This structure actually took Julie and I 8 months to finish the inside.
Yeah.
We thought that was pretty good, and I think we could have done it a lot faster, but this whole entire structure is built by code. Every step
Yeah.
in this structure was inspected, and we have paperwork to prove all of that. So we
It
even,
slowed us down a bit because we had to learn about all the codes and stuff because we didn't know any of that when we started.
codes, it's not, and I know it's bottom line, that's the lowest you're supposed to have, or the most,
Minimum.
the minimum of what you're supposed to have. So, you can do overkill, like our insulation is overkill, there's a lot of stuff we went overboard on, but that was, what we wanted in a structure. So code took us a while to learn.
Yeah, we had to Google everything. We did.
You can buy books too.
Yeah, but the books are a
Hard
little
to understand.
Yeah, they kind of
So
don't
if,
explain things very well, but Google kind of gets straight to the point. So
yeah, and I had people out there ask us if we had plans on this, if we had blueprints on this structure. There's no blueprints. I drew this building up on a piece of paper. I
Yeah.
sketched it on a piece of paper, and I told the Amish what I wanted, and he said no problem. He didn't even know where the windows were actually going until the day they were building it. They come in, and I told them where to put each one of the windows, and they put them in there. But
Yeah.
don't forget, when you're designing your Barndominium, the posts are in there. So
Yeah.
don't forget those posts. We forgot where the post is, and we did have to move one window a little bit. It didn't hurt us,
No.
but we had to move it a little bit because of the post. I wasn't thinking of them posts. You're not going to put a window where a post is, so that's something to think about when you're building it. Anything else? Oh, if you don't know how to do the work, we talked about this yet?
Yeah, no.
Okay, if you don't know how to do the work, let's say you can do the work, but you're not familiar with the code and you're not familiar with the way things are supposed to be built. Hire yourself a contractor that does carpentry work and ask him if he'll come in and kind of supervise.
Guide you with it. Yeah.
And that's what we did. I had a good friend, Ronnie. His name was Ronnie Morse, and he knew how to frame. He is a carpenter, and he'd come in, and I paid him so much. He would come in and tell me how to lay out a wall, and Julie and I would do the work. He did help us some.
Yeah, he was
he was definitely a big help. But if I had any questions, I could ask him while he was
But
there.
if he couldn't come one day, we were able to go ahead and keep working without him.
Yeah, if he didn't show up, that was fine. We wanted to do it on our own anyhow. That would go for your plumbing, your carpentry work, and your electrical. So the electrical I wanted to do on my own because I do know electricity and I know how it works. And doing it myself was something I really wanted to do, so I know where everything goes and what's running what, which was okay with me. But if you're not okay with that, you're going to have to get you somebody that knows that part. If you want to do your work yourself, that's okay, but you've got to make sure it's safe. And I'm sure there's a lot of you guys out there that do not even have to have these inspected. And if you don't have to go by code, don't try to shortcut yourself because you could burn your place down. Just do everything to the safest you can. You don't want nobody getting hurt. We started building this we actually 2 weeks before COVID hit, we had already committed to all of this. And the prices jumped up so high.
Yeah, that's when the lumber went.
I think I honestly could have done this build for at least $20,000 less than what we paid.
Yeah.
I honestly think we could have pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Because
that's when the lumber prices really jumped high. And,
right.
Yeah.
Even now, I'm telling you, I have $75,000 in this. I don't know what them prices are going to be like today.
Yeah.
I mean, because prices are changing so much. And because of the gas prices now, you don't know what you're even going to pay for a loaf of bread tomorrow. So those prices could go very, very far. So that's, you want to do your own work. That's where you're going to save your money. Yeah. That's the bottom line.
It saved us a lot, yeah.
It saved us a ton of money. But we had a lot of things we had to figure out. I mean, trust me, we didn't know everything that was...
We use Google a lot.
Honestly, I think if I didn't have to go by code and I was just doing it, and I wasn't doing the video because we did all this on video.
It slowed us down
Between
a lot.
doing the videos and doing the code, I probably got a month in all of that. Just that.
Taking up time.
So, it took us 8 months here. I would say there's a month in videotaping and editing videos and looking up code. I've seen days that we sat in here and couldn't go any further because we couldn't figure out one simple code. And it might have been, how high is the electrical outlet got to be above the countertop? Or how big a lip do you got to leave on a step? Or something stupid. Yeah. Because that's something that you want to be right, I guess.
Yeah. Well, they fought with us over this pantry too. They didn't want us to put the pantry in.
Well, they didn't want us to put the
electrical box in the pantry.
But the thing is I didn't want the electrical box. I couldn't put it in the laundry room because the laundry room, there's water within 6 foot of anywhere I would have put it in there. I couldn't put it in the bathroom. There's water in there, and I sure didn't want it hanging out in the bedrooms. Yeah. So
we tried to hide it. Yeah, we didn't want to look at it every day.
It's in the pantry. That's where it's at. So we
compromised with them, and we got it.
It was to code. So like I said, everything had to be code. So I hope this helps someone out there do their build. Basically, few things like we said. Get them deals, get them credit cards. Ask Lowe's for discounts or Home Depot. Yeah. I've never had any luck at Menards or Home Depot of giving me any deals.
Yeah, Lowe's has been the best for working with you price-wise.
Yeah, 100% Lowe's. They worked with us all the way. They cut us deals all the way. So that's what we got in the mini Barndominium. $75,000.
Yeah, with us doing the work. So if you have to hire somebody, you're going to probably double that, if not more. Yeah.
I think
for our size.
And I'll be honest with you, what I had in cost for the carpenter to come in and help me was right around $1,000 is what I paid.
Yeah.
For the carpenter to come in and just point out things, and he would come in and out. That was all I had in that, which was good price.
Yeah.
So I think that's about it. If you guys have any,
a lot of people were wondering what was the final cost. So
The final cost is, I think we did good. I
Yeah.
really did. And I think even the time that we spent on it, 8 months.
It would be hard to go out and buy a house for less than $75,000. And if you did, you're gonna put a lot of money into it most likely. So
And
to build
renovation.
something new for that price, I mean, it's not huge, but I mean, we're
gonna do-
perfectly fine with it. Yeah.
We're going to do a couple more videos. I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough, a tour of the house, every room step by step, and then we're going to do another video on things that we should have changed or we would like to change,
Yeah.
or if we could turn back time,
Yeah.
what we had done different. You
Yeah.
know, so
There's a few things, yeah, but
so I think we're going to wrap this video up and tell everyone thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave us thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Until next time.